Hello, gorgeous Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's dive straight in and see what's going on for you guys, okay? So we are immediately going into your reading because why not? This will be for the first full week of February. So from the 3rd to the 9th, I believe. Let's see. Please, spirits, get one of these for Aries this week. Soulmates. Okay. All right, so this week clearly has a theme around the people around you, right? Soulmates could be anything from lovers to friends to even family members. So the reason why this is coming up is because it's saying that there is a heavy importance around people and maybe even finding your soulmates, discovering who your true soulmates are. Let's get some more cards to understand what they're saying. Okay, you have Magician in the Mirror, which I feel like is a bit of a neutral card. All right, there's an element of it being the magician, right? So it is about like manifesting. So that could be something that you guys are planning on or thinking about doing or currently doing, manifesting right now. Magician. The mirror also is a little bit of an understanding that life most of the time is reflecting back to us things that we need to know about ourselves. Because you have this combination of that, the mirror and soulmates, maybe there is something that you could learn this week about the people around you and what they could be mirroring back to you. So if somebody does something and it really triggers you, trying to understand what might need to heal in order for you to understand what is the trigger to stop being triggered about something, or to realize that maybe something is not supposed to be in your life or whatever it may be. I feel like it's more the first one that I said. Sometimes with this card though, I do get that there might be a little bit of illusions going on around you, because there is this like smoke and mirrors in the background, which usually is a phrase that people use when people are manipulating or trying to hide something. So just pay attention to that. Maybe that's something you've experienced, right? And this is why soulmates is coming through, because you're trying to find your true soulmates, people who you do align with, people who don't have bad intentions, for example. But let's dive a bit deeper. It's too early to say at the moment. So let's go a little bit further. Let's get you one of these. Okay, that immediately came out, and it is a card of change. So this week, expect some changes. This could be something that's still moving forward for you, like you're on the wheel of change is what I'm hearing. So it's just a little bit of a cycle that you're on at the moment. There is an affirmation for you this week, and it says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. All right, and that's your motto this week. All right, let's carry on though. We got another few cards to deal with here. All right, okay, you have 3. We'll take it. So we have Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. When this card comes in for you during the week, it is about kind of taking advantage of maybe a difficult situation and seeing how you can make it beneficial in some way. It might make sense with that Magician, because if you think about the Magician, it is about using what you have already, the tools that are within you and around you, and being resourceful. And so are vultures. Vultures don't really kill their prey. I mean, not to my knowledge anyways. When you think of vultures, you think of them picking at kind of a corpse basically after the lions have dealt with it, right? So it's almost like kind of getting the scraps. Nothing is wasted though. All right, you could still use the scraps to your advantage, okay? In life. You also have Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery, so there is always some things that are always unanswered, and that might be something you might need to come to terms with this week, is that maybe you don't have the answers that you need right now. That's part of the mystery. Every time this card comes up, I always just remind everybody that if we knew everything that was going to happen in our life, it would be pretty boring and you most likely would rebel against it anyways, because you just would. And then your Flamingo Spirit, which says embrace the in-between. So I love that. It reminds me of another card in the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, where it's a between worlds, right? You're entering this new world. You got one foot in the new world, one foot in the old, right? So whatever you're changing, there is still an element of an old sense of self, old beliefs that might still be lingering, maybe even an old environment that you're working on getting out of. Whatever it is, every step that you take moving forward is one out of the old world and one into the new one. So keep moving forward. Embrace the in-between though, as this is saying. All right, understanding that where you are right now is still a part of the journey, okay? And that you are where you are for a reason. Okay, and there are things that you can do here that are beneficial. A lot of the time we spend life, most of us anyways, wishing we were in a different position, right? If only I'd done this, or if I had done that, I would be in a different position by now. Let's be present. I feel like the flamingo is asking for you to be present. Okay, but let's carry on. I do have some tea leaf tarot because I like to use them. All right, let's get you a few of these for Aries. Yeah, interesting. Thank you. So sorry. Lion, time to act. So there is something that they're calling for you to act upon this week. You also have Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. So there could be a little bit of heartache this week about something that you may feel like you have lost in some way. You have the Vine, which says seek out information that will help you. Okay, being resourceful is important. Reading those books, watching those podcasts, or actually speaking to people, seeing what they think about certain things, like getting advice from people or seeking information will really help you to grow, because it's a growth mindset. You're trying to grow your knowledge to get further in life, right? Whatever it is that you're doing. So that's good. And Barrel. So there is this energy here of, again, wishing things were a bit different. This says you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Okay, that could be something that you're trying to work on at the moment. So let's see in your tarot. Actually, I have one more deck I want to pull out for you. Just to get a center card. Let's see for Aries this week. For Aries, is there a message for this week? A theme or something important for them to know? Collaboration, like we were just saying, I guess. It's a really good time this week to collaborate with others, to share your opinion, to get other people's opinions as well. So this says collaboration achieves greater goals. So it could be a good time to, again, discover who might be a good person to work with, whether it be a business project, whether it be in a relationship, working together to achieve your goals. Maybe it's getting an accountability partner or a certain person, a coach in your life to help you achieve greater things. All right, your community is very important, and we can see that with soulmates here. Let's dive into your tarot then. Let's see what else is going on for you. Right, the first card we always like to get is the overall theme of the week, the energy of the week, please, Spirit, for Aries. Page of Wands, seeking inspiration. This is a really good card of maybe getting some news. Okay, this is kind of my heard it through the grapevine kind of card. That's why it can sometimes represent things like gossip. If it's around negative cards, we will clarify it. But it's a really good childlike inspired energy. It's all about having ideas, seeking creativity, and not just information, but opportunities. Wands are fiery, they're passionate, they're creative. So it can also be in your career, but whatever it is that you're doing, the overall energy of this week is really seeking inspiration, listening to other people's opinions. For some reason, I'm picking up being a little bit of like a learner. I feel like the word that they really want me to use is being curious in a passionate way, right? Oh, what did you think about this? And I feel like there is an inspired energy coming from you, which is great. You are a fire sign, so this is kind of in your element, I guess. So that feels quite good. Let's clarify it though. Let's see what else is going through. You could also, again, hear news about something through others. So again, collaborate, speak to people, network. It feels really important for your ideas or just your creativity. Right. Why is a Page of Wands the overall energy of this week for Aries? The King of Pentacles. So this could be a really good financial opportunity coming your way, or something might help you build your knowledge. I mean, whenever we have a beard and white hair, it kind of represents wisdom and experience, right? So this is you gaining that. King of Pentacles is all about your stability, your long-term success. So whatever it is that you're doing or hearing about or manifesting, bringing to life through your curiosity and your passion, it does feel like it's bringing you stable opportunities in the long term. So that feels quite nice. All right, let's move forward. Let's see what your energy is all about this week. What is the energy that you are radiating or giving off to the universe during this week? Page of Pentacles, being a bit of a learner, which again, I really like. This is the Apprentice card. It is the Pentacles. So again, really good for financial, I'm hearing the word advancements. The thing is, it's an apprentice, right? So you might have to start off small in order to learn and grow and get experience to then grow your income or grow your financial opportunities. So this is, again, a card of learning. That seems to be your theme here. Okay, so this is really good in your energy. Again, you are being open to learn. So I know I'm repeating myself, but it's important. Okay, you're planting seeds. You're thinking about things. You're thinking maybe even about investments. For this to come up in your energy, it just feels really good. It feels stable. It feels grounded. It feels open to learn, and open maybe even to make mistakes too. But let's see what that's about. It did jump on top of the Magician in the Mirror here. So it does feel like you are learning how to manifest too. Maybe it is, you through your learning learning that you are manifesting too. I don't know what it is, but it did jump out together. So let's clarify it. Why is the Page of Pentacles in the energy of Aries this week? I'm hearing you being resourceful and kind. That's an interesting set of words. You have the Eight of Pentacles, really good for finances, I have to say. It could just be your work that you're doing. So Eight of Pentacles usually speaks about your talents and your skills. You're building on that, which makes sense with the Apprentice card, right? You're learning, you're growing your skills. It just feels like you're practicing something is a word I really want to use at this time. So it feels really good for you. So yeah, you're in a very maybe workaholic mindset, but it's not coming up as a problem here. The 8 is a really good card as well, saying that your efforts are going to be rewarded. This is an 8, right? So what you put out comes back to you, like the infinity sign. So again, that's also a form of manifestation. The infinity is on top of that magician's head, if you can see it. So again, it feels really good. It just looks really awesome. Whatever you're building on, whether it be your life skills, your spiritual development, whether it be your financial skills, your career life, whatever it is, you are really doing very well. So that's your confirmation. Let's see what your challenge will be then for the week, so we can understand how to overcome it. What is the challenge that Aries will face during this week, please? The King of Cups. So this could be you. It can also be somebody around you, because King of Cups can usually be a love interest. So I'm going to clarify it as I'm giving you the other meanings. If the King of Cups is you, it is about kind of balancing and stabilizing your feelings and emotions, right? It's about emotional maturity and stability. So when the King of Cups is here, it's almost about managing your feelings a bit better. Could be a challenge for you guys to not let your feelings overwhelm you at times, to learn to place some emotional boundaries also with the people around you. Now, if it's a person, and this person could be a bit of a challenge this week, your relationship with them most likely. Why is the King of Cups here in a challenge position? Okay, Knight of Cups with collaboration. That's interesting. Knight of Cups is usually a romantic offer in terms of collaboration, because some of you might resonate with this in terms of relationships, like love interest, because the Knight of Cups again is about going on a date or expressing feelings, being open, being vulnerable, making the offer, emotional offer, whatever that is. That could be your challenge. I mean, that could be the point blank challenge for you. Maybe you are being called to extend yourself a bit, and you're learning how to deal with that anxiety of being in vulnerable positions, right? It's your emotions and feelings. If it's in terms of business, for example, it can also be romantic. I don't know. That's your challenge this week, is to be open to collaborate, to be open to being vulnerable, to expressing yourself, maybe vulnerably as well. Maybe you're having to be a bit more open about how you're feeling, and maybe in a relationship, there might be some obstacles there, and it's calling for you to be more open about your feelings instead of shutting off, for example. Like, that could be what it is. Let's get one more. Why not? Let's see. Why is the King of Cups and if it is a person, there could be just a bit of a problem with collaborating, right? Again, it calls for openness and vulnerability. Why is the King of Cups? Sorry, guys, it's still the AM, so my voice is still warming up, so bear with. But why is the King of Cups in the challenge position for Aries then? What's the challenge? And again, over the collaboration. So Page of Pentacles. Again, being a learner, being an apprentice, it does feel like you're... Not only is it about being stable, and I love that this kind of illustration of the card has come up, because she's balancing, which is not usually the traditional meaning, but it makes sense with this, about being balanced. There is something to learn about your feelings and emotions, right? And I always say, and I forgot to mention, the Page of Pentacles for me is always taking the first step, right? It's the apprentice, it's the beginner. So it is about doing something that may be very difficult for you, but it's the first step. So whatever you're doing to learn with your feelings and emotions, maybe you're going to therapy, maybe you're just learning how to be a bit more open and vulnerable, like I've been saying, or being more romantic, I don't know. That's your challenge, okay, is to learn something about your feelings, okay? What is it teaching you? And that makes so much sense, because remember how I said, oops, sorry guys, I forgot to restart the camera. But as I said earlier with the Magician in the mirror, something could be really reflecting back to you, something that you might need to see within yourself. Again, the external is mirroring something in the internal, okay? So see what life is teaching you at this very moment of time, specifically about your feelings and your vulnerabilities and maybe your fears. I don't know, but it's definitely about feelings. So yeah, there is something to learn, to specifically learn and stabilize around that. Let's see then what's going on around you at this time. External influences of this week. Okay, it's over around change and strength. So that's interesting because, there could be a Leo around you, but because you have the Lion here and you're now having it here as well, it does feel like there's a lot of opportunities, or maybe even having to act in your external. So maybe there's a lot of change. It did jump up on top of change as well. Strength is all about your courage. It is a bit of a mixture of being open, being vulnerable, being compassionate. There is strength in kindness and vulnerability, and there's also strength in the traditional meaning of strength, which is being bold and assertive and all that kind of stuff. So that's what you seem to be doing in your external. This is a really good card to come up in terms of relationships too. So if you are in a relationship, this is your soulmate, but maybe you're having to learn about each other's differences. But in general, I will say that there is a lot of courage that is needed from you in order to make changes in your external surroundings, okay? And there is a need to act, whatever that means to you. Let's clarify though. Let's see. Why is the strength card coming through in the external environment? What is this meaning? The Two of Wands. So it's time to act towards, most likely, Two of Wands, your future goals, the things that you see for yourself. This is a card of planning. So maybe there is a need to plan, to get clear on what you want. Hearing eyes on the prize, because Two of Wands is usually looking into the horizons, right? Knowing, okay, maybe seeing an island over there. Okay, that's where we're going to go next. So it's about having your eyes on something, being focused on the next steps. Two of Wands is all about expansion and growth. So again, it is a need for change or movement at least. And because the strength card is here, we might be requiring courage and boldness in order to do that. Some of you could be traveling or thinking about traveling because of that barrel being here. Usually when we feel a bit lost, traveling can be quite good for soul searching, or they don't even need to do something crazy or go long distance. It could just be like a road trip or something, like just doing something outside your normal day-to-day could be very helpful for you in order to get yourself a little bit more, in order to expand and grow a little bit. So that still seems to be about you. So interesting that it's not bringing up much about your external, aside from the fact that things are changing. It's requiring courage for you to go towards the things that you want to go towards. It's good energy. Let's see what's going on within you though. What's going on inside of Aries here? The Fool. Okay, it does feel really good because the Fool is all about taking leaps of faith, which we are saying there is a bit of change coming through. The Fool is starting a new journey or doing something different again, which is, I guess, the start of a new journey. So let's clarify it before we move forward. Taking a risk, a leap of faith, because this is going on within you. I think you are ready to start fresh or start new in some area of your life, like to do something differently or to be a bit more maybe even childlike, like the Page of Wands was speaking about this week. So if that is the case, then you are definitely feeling the energies that Spirit is wanting you to feel, which is good. You are aligned, right? Why is a Fool card in the inner world of Aries this week? The Ten of Cups. Look at that. This feels like you are ready to start a journey towards your happiness, which is about those feelings again. So it does make a lot of sense that maybe you are learning how to navigate life a little bit differently in your inner world. Like your perspectives might be changing. That's where the Fool card is coming in. It does feel like I wonder if you are, I don't know, you definitely feel like you're starting something new. And it's also in your inner world too. So you're also starting something new internally too. And I wonder how I can describe that a bit better. I think maybe if you resonate, then you'll know already. But I almost want to try find a different way of saying it. But anyway, whatever you're doing, Ten of Cups is here. You're ready for happiness. You're ready for your goals. You're ready to, feel fulfilled emotionally. And this is you taking that leap of faith towards that, that result, that end goal. Just remember, it is a journey. Happiness is not a goal, because you're never going to be happy 24/7, right? It's a journey of being happier. Okay, let's see what the advice is from Spirit. Let's see what they have to say for you at this time. What's the advice then, please, for Aries this week? The Eight of Wands. Just keep moving forward, especially because that Death card coming through. Look, there is change. It makes sense. You know that. You're in the middle of it, right? The Death card is all about transformation. So your life is transforming, Aries. You're having to embrace the in-between, how things are right now, because you are moving forward, okay? So 8 of Wands is about fast forward movement. That's your advice, okay? Don't hold yourself back. Don't be afraid to move in the direction that you're feeling guided to go, because this is another confirmation that you're heading in the right direction. Okay, 8 of Wands is all about communication as well. So maybe this is again a good time for you to communicate, for you to reach out to others, like we were saying, to collaborate as well. Let's clarify it for you as well then. Let's get a clarifier, please. What is the 8 of Wands here for as advice? What's the advice behind this card? Interesting. The High Priest, follow your intuition. It's guiding you towards the right places. Interesting. All right, connect to the universe a little bit more, but most importantly, listen. Okay, listen to what the universe has to say to you, where it's guiding you. Trust your gut feelings. Okay, well, that's what I have for you, Aries. This feels like a really good reading, so I'm really happy about that for you. All right, my angels. So wishing you all the best. Have an incredible week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.